Hey, what's up everyone? Andrew from American Musical Supply here, and today I have with me Dave Lennart from Universal Audio, and we're getting a bit of a preview at Universal Audio's latest product, the aux Amp Top Box. So Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit about the aux and what it does?
Aux is a reactive load box that you can use with your tube amplifier to be able to turn it up to its sweet spot where you want to be able to get the drive out of it that you want, and then turn it down to a reasonable volume level first of all, and then taking it another step beyond that, you can then recreate what it would sound like in a great studio with different cabinets and different microphones and different outboard gear.
Okay.
So to start with, we've got it right now with this 100-watt Marshall head, Marshall Super Bass.
You want me to turn this up?
Well, yeah. So if I've got this at 4, which is all getting close to full volume. That's not even all the way up. Actually, we can peg it. So not a particularly usable volume if you're in your house, right? So I can turn that down. Here's to 2. We can practically talk over.
Right.
And the part of it being reactive means that it really loads your amplifier like a speaker. It feels like a speaker to the amplifier, which is important because if you don't, it doesn't feel right. So you can see I'm backing off on the volume. So everything I would expect to get out of a Marshall just pegged on 10, but turned down and sacrificing nothing.
Okay. We could go down one more.
Totally conversational. So from there, then we get into sort of the UA digital side of things. That's a fully analog signal path. There's nothing digital going on there. I'm just getting that sound out of my amp, and that's it.
All right, so let's turn the speaker off.
Turn the speaker off completely. Now
Okay.
I could put on headphones or plug into some studio monitors or go into a recording rig. I don't actually even need this here. I can start to change the different cabinets that you would hear just from this, just
Okay.
from going into your headphones. So here's a Marshall 4x12. And then if I flip this again, I can get down to 2 here, which I believe is like a completely different thing. You can see coming up here, it's changing the rig and changing the microphones. It's a model of like a small single 10-inch speaker champ style combo. So. And you can hear it's super roomy, right? That's because what we're doing here is we're modeling the speaker in the cabinet, but then we're also modeling the room.
Gotcha.
So right here, I can hit solo. And I'm basically soloing a room mic. Now, the modeling that's going on here is very different than like, say, an impulse response. That's a static model. This is a physical model of a speaker and cabinet. So in the same way that Universal Audio has modeled Neve 1073s and LA2A and 1176, which is certainly, I think, regarded at this point as the most accurate models you're going to get of those that year. This is a physical model of a speaker. So it's actually changing in time. It'll change over time. And it will recreate like cone breakup and cone cry, which I'll show you in a second as well. But real quick, from here, I can choose up to 18 different cabinets and go from that to like an AC30 style cabinet. dynamic, just as great sounding. Can suck out a little bit of the room. I can choose up to 8 different microphones. So this was a model of a 414 and a model of a 421. I can grab a model of like a 121 right here. It's a ribbon mic similar to that. And these a little bit to the center more. Put that off axis. Now I get that nice sort of warm ribbon mic thing, and I can blend in some top from there. Let me grab sort of more traditional 57. Get more grind. More bite. This speaker drive, turn it down. It's like a newer speaker. Sort of bitier. Turn it up. More like a broken in speaker, and then I start to get cone cry, where certain speakers will resonate at different frequencies. With this particular speaker, I believe a G sharp. And a C sharp. So you hear that lower kind of octave coming underneath there. That's no IR is going to do that. So accurately recreates the speakers to your amp, accurately recreates the speakers in here with physical models, with our dynamic speaker modeling, dynamic room modeling, giving you the room, and then after that, I can add post effects. So I've got EQ right here that comes up as a graphic, or I can choose to use more of an Oxford style. I've got an 1176 SE compressor I can add in. I've got delay based on a precision delay, and then I have a plate reverb, or I can add a nice plate 140 to this. And just feels awesome, which is
right.
really all that matters, right? So from there, I can also, if I want, change any of these microphones to a DI box.
Okay.
So if I want to just capture the unprocessed, attenuated output of the amplifier and then add my IRs later, I can do that too. I can also, while I'm doing all this, still have the amp up, blazing loud if I want. So I can mic it up in the studio, get that sound that I used to getting out of my amp if I'm a studio guy, and then have the option to flip through all these different cabinet models and audition sounds while I'm recording. And then in a live situation, I could even turn my amp down, and if I wanted to, use the outputs for just reverbs and delays,
right.
and have like a wet dry rig.
Okay.
So super versatile, and really just all about getting everything you possibly can out of your tube amplifiers.
Awesome. So do you have any pricing and shipping information?
I guess street price right now is going to be $12.99, and it will be shipping in winter. I think
Okay.
that's about as specific as we're going to be right now.
Gotcha.
But I think sooner than later, but yeah.
Okay, well, thanks so much for coming by and giving us a preview of the Aux Amp Top Box, and keep an eye out for it at americanmusical.com.
Thank you.